a question we often get: are private investments right for me? I think to answer that question, we really have to start with, what is a private investment, and oftentimes called an alternative investment. And what does that investable universe look like? When we talk about it here at Truepoint, we're mostly talking about things that aren't traded on a public exchange. It could be a private company owned by your neighbors down the street. It could be a big bank that's owned locally, or super regional bank that's owned privately. Also could be talking about private real estate, multifamily homes, storage. Anything that's not traded on this exchange is considered a private investment. There are risks to these, but they can also be very complementary to your traditional public market portfolio. So what we look for is people that are willing to take a little extra risk for some diversification benefits and the potential for some increased returns. One of the complementary aspects of private market investments versus the public markets is the ability to tailor solutions to your specific needs and your investment objectives as an investor. So whether it's targeting private equity, private credit, or private real estate, we want to make sure we're using those to solve for your goals and what you're trying to target long term. Most importantly, with the type of investments on the private side that we're looking at, the overall thing that we're going to consider is your liquidity needs. These are illiquid investments that could be locked up for 3, 5, 7, even 10 years. Now, while there'll be cash flows inside of those periods, these take time, and that money is basically out of your control until the underlying general partner or manager of the fund decides that the company is worth maximum value and they're able to exit. So we really wanted to factor in your liquidity needs and your time horizon when we're looking at these investments and trying to target and build a diversified portfolio for you in the private markets, just like we do in the public markets.